Ciao, buongiorno a tutti ragazzi. Un saluto di Inter Worldwide. Sono Antonio. And I guess it's time to do a level-headed video with the news of the last couple of days after we qualified for the Champions League. Thank you to everyone who tuned into the reactions, both in English and in Italian. And after a couple of days of reflection, it's really good to be able to speak with some level-headedness, because I don't know about you guys, but the whole day after we qualified, I still wasn't normal. I was still adjusting to the regular emotions, trying to regulate my train of thought back to what happened, how it happened, the outcome. But I guess the outcome is the all-important thing, and we're going back to the Champions League in typical CONTE A INTER fashion. But, you know, tempo and video, time to do a video for the Conte and Spalletti situation. And I just wanted to say that I think the club and Spalletti have handled this incredibly professional. Spalletti showing why he's a true gentleman, and at the end of the day, he's come into a club where, let's face it, we're the hardest club in the country to coach. We're the hardest club in the country to manage. The fans have expectations that don't always realistically meet the current state of the club and the players and the manager. We do demand a lot. We do expect the world, even if we don't have the resources available. But I think holding ourselves to those high standards is what eventually and penultimately got us over the line. And holding ourselves to those high standards is what Marotta has done by nailing the contract for Conte early on. So I just wanted to say this. We're at the end of the season and we know that Conte is going to be our manager. A clear upgrade. A clear upgrade. AC Milan have sacked Gattuso with no replacement on the horizon. Juventus know that Conte is now unavailable. Guardiola has said he's going to stay at City. Pochettino looks like he won't leave England. So Juventus are left in a position now where they may have to take Maurizio Sarri, and nothing against him. I think he's a great manager. I think he's a genius of a tactician, to be honest. But I think that's a downgrade. I don't think he will ignite that Juve flair. So they could be going into next season substantially weaker on the bench, managerial-wise. What I also wanted to say was I think Luciano Spalletti deserves to be applauded out of the club, pat on the back, given a proper farewell with an appreciation post and a speech from the club, from Zhang, from Marotta. Because if what we're hearing is true, Luciano Spalletti's brother passed away just under a week ago. He had to take a couple of days off training, and basically what's happened is that he asked the club nicely not to even release a statement that his brother passed away due to fear that it would ignite some bad omens, or fear that it would produce some negativity in the club just before the most important match of the season. And to that I say grazie e grande Mr. Luciano Spalletti. Grazie mille. He's a gentleman, and you can tell there's some sort of interesta in him. He really does like this club, and he's upset with how it went this season. And you can just see him walking into the middle of the pitch at the end of the match against Empoli. He can't bring himself to celebrate even remotely. And how could you after the week he's gone through, after the season he's gone through? So this is just a quick shout out of appreciation to our coach Luciano Spalletti. You were brought in for one reason and one reason only: to stabilize the club and to get us back in the Champions League. And you've done that not only in your first season, but you've backed it up in your second as well. Yeah, we may have had to wait until the 80th minute and 47th second. But at the end of the day, all is well that ends well. So, grande Luciano Spalletti, grazie mille for all your hard work. We hope to see you in a position, in a job, doing well, successful soon. Forza Spalletti. But more importantly, Forza Antonio Conte, who is going to come in with an absolute artillery mentality, ready to hijack the weakness in this team and turn it into efficiency, which is what we need. One more update, Romelu Lukaku al Inter. Inter have agreed personal terms, €7 million contract per year, which is ridiculous. I actually don't think that's true. I'm not too sure these reports are true, because if that's the case, it means that we haven't even spoken to Manchester United properly, because we need to speak to them first. Otherwise, it's kind of taping up a player. Although with Lukaku's case, I don't think Man United give a shit. That's why there won't be any backlash for taping up a player early if it is true. The rumours are that they want cash only, no injection of Icardi, no injection of Perisic. Basically, what's going to happen is we're going to sell Icardi for the same amount of money that we're going to get Lukaku for. The only good thing about Lukaku coming is that he fits a 3-5-2 pretty well and can complement a striker like Lautaro Martinez. Would he be my first pick up top? Hell no. Hell no. There's at least 4 or 5 strikers that I'd pick before Lukaku coming in. But at the end of the day, we need to put all our faith and all our judgment into Antonio Conte. If he's coming in to do this particular job and to get us back to the summit, we need to trust his judgment. Thanks for tuning in. Inter Worldwide will bring you some more coverage of the transfer market very soon. Some big and important things to come. For me personally, I hope we get to announce Barella really soon. He's my number 1 transfer target. We got to get Nicola Barella. Anyway, have a good day. Forza Inter. Forza Inter Worldwide. Ciao ragazzi.